What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the studio. I'm Sean, and today is 1 week away from Halloween, so my daughter and I are going to be painting pumpkins.
Hi!
Alright, Pumpkin, why don't you explain to me and explain to everybody else what your plans are for your pumpkin?
I'm going to paint my pumpkin completely black. Wait for it to dry. I'm going to make its mouth with spikes on the top and spikes on the bottom. Then it's going to be a complete circle with spikes on the top, and then it's going to be like screaming all the way around the pumpkin and back into its mouth.
So the pumpkin's going to be the one screaming?
Yeah, it's going to be screaming and then coming out of the mouth and then back into the pumpkin.
That's awesome. Alright, so for my pumpkin, I'm going to go a lot simpler. I'm just going to do a green background and then do like a cartoony kid going trick-or-treating. So let's grab our pumpkins and get started. We moved our pumpkins outside to do some spray painting. My daughter's going to be using Dang brand spray paint for her pumpkin, which is a paint that I really like. When I first got them, I was really surprised at how good the quality is considering the low price tag on these paints. The consistency is great, pigment is fantastic, and you get a lot of coverage in each can. I'll be painting the background of my pumpkin green using Montana Black brand spray paint. That is a really hard sentence to say. And just like every time I spray paint outside, I'm trying my very best not to spray my camera.
Alright, our pumpkins are painted and dry. So now I'm going to start carving mine and my dad's going to paint his.
Yeah. We're going to want to make sure to keep the mess to a minimum. That way my studio doesn't smell like pumpkins long after this project is done. Time to pull out all them slimy guts and seeds. Now, as much as I trust my daughter, I'm not quite ready to hand over a huge knife to her because I don't want her to get hurt. So I'll be carving while she guides me and tells me what to do. It's been a few years since I carved a pumpkin, but we had so much fun working on this project, so we're definitely going to start making this a yearly thing. And just like most projects, I'm getting a ton of ideas for what to do next. Not that I'm trying to get good enough to go on Halloween Wars, but we've been having so much fun coming up with new carving ideas together. Look at all those pumpkin guts.
What?
Doesn't that look delicious?
No.
Annabelle's pumpkin is done, but while we were carving it, I kept flicking off pieces of paint on my hand, so it's outside being touched up with paint, and now I can get started on my pumpkin. For this sketch, I'm not going to try to do anything too intricate. I'm not selling this pumpkin or anything, and it's going to be ruined in a few weeks, so this is going to be a pretty simple character and design. I am going to make this into a limited Halloween print. You can see those at pdsean.com. After getting the sketch done, I need to put it on the pumpkin, but pencil isn't going to do the trick, so I'm going to have to use transfer paper. Now this isn't easy to work with on round surfaces, but I'd rather use it than try to freehand this character. So after some trial and error, I was able to get my sketch moved over to this pumpkin. Now it's time to start slinging some paint. I'll be honest, I didn't think painting a pumpkin would be this much fun or this easy. I thought all of these curves and ridges were going to give me a lot more trouble than they did, so that must mean I'm getting really good at painting. But it might also be that I had so much fun carving a pumpkin right before this, so I'm able to breeze through this project.
So we've painted and carved and installed a light in my pumpkin.
But I have run out of time to paint my pumpkin today, so I'll have to finish this one up tomorrow. Alright, it's time to get back to painting this pumpkin. Jumping back on this painting, there isn't that much left to do. I'll need to put a couple more layers so the green background doesn't show through, then I need to paint his Halloween bucket and cape. Once I finish those, I can get to work on the outline and wrap up this project. With some last minute inspiration, I also decided to put a ghost shadowing the trick-or-treater. So with that done, here's my finished pumpkin. I guess that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't, and make sure you go to pdshawn.com where you can get your hands on these Halloween prints. I also want to give a huge shout out to all of my patrons. You guys are incredible. If you want to get some really cool stuff while you help support the studio, go to patreon.com/pdshawn. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.